Hello everyone, this is the Great Pumpkin speaking, and welcome to this new episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last time, we've gone through the Imperial Magitek facility, within the capital of Vector, and rescued a number of Espers from captivity from the Empire. Unfortunately, we had to leave the city prematurely in order to avoid pursuit, and we got a pretty sweet ride out of the deal with this new airship of ours. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we've lost Celes out of the deal, which isn't all that great. But you know, things happen. Off screen, I went to take a tour onto the belt to get Gao some new rages. However, as we saw through the previous bosses, it seems Gao is getting a little strong for the game at this point in time. So I thought it was time to do a change to our party in order to level the playing field a bit. So I've swapped Sabin, Setzer, and Terra in. I also put Edgar in there for a reason you'll find out soon. And those characters actually got higher in level. Our average party level was 20. We're now down to 17. Sabin got some new blitz, if I'm not mistaken, with the fire dance, which is gonna be pretty hard to do. And you know, the usual. I actually practiced a bit to try to make things more interesting. Sabin should be a little more helpful, so I might mess up a bit. So yeah, this time we're gonna go through a few side quests and go through Narsh in order to continue the storyline. But first, we're stopping here at South Figaro near the town of Kohlingen. Because you remember, Edgar said he was wishing Sabin was here. This is like old times. I have to wander around for a while. Well, Setzer is on point now. Already talked to that guy some other time. Yep, nothing special that way. The thing is, Sabin was the one with the sprint shoes, so I actually have to equip a second set to make things a little faster. But you know, part of the game. Also did some shopping off screen, nothing major. Not actually sure if we have to find him or actually... Ah, you must be tired. How about the rest? Yeah. Cutscene time. Strange thing, Sabin was actually known as Nash in other translation as well as on the Japanese version, if I'm not mistaken. Castle hasn't changed much. Eh. And yet it's all different. Mom and Dad are gone. Everyone's gone since that day. Cue the sad music. Tonight took a turn for the worse. There's a sense he might. No, you're wrong. This can't be. Matron, the king, he's... Sabin! Sabin! My father, I don't believe this. Brother. So, they went and told you. Edgar, here you are. Your father, he just uttered his last wish that Figaro be divided between you and... This is nonsense! Everyone's saying that the Empire's poisoned Dad. And the only thing on your mind is who's going to be the next king. You're all pathetic. No one cared when Mom passed away either. That's not... You were as bad as any of them. Sabin. Empire of murderers, they won't get away with this. That's what being a big brother is about. Matron, please leave us. I'm out of here. I'm forsaking this war-sick realm for my dignity and freedom. You said you were sick of it too, right? Freedom. What will happen to this realm if we both leave? And what would Dad say? Sabin, let's settle this with the toss of a coin. If it's heads, you win. We'll choose whichever path you want without any regrets, okay? This is for Dad. As they said before, the succession's settled with a coin toss. And then you opted for your freedom. Guess he was reminiscing a little too loud. It's been 10 years. The little shrimp's grown into a whooping lobster. And you're a king crab. Sabin, I often wonder if he'd be proud of me. Don't you ever doubt that? 10 years. Where has time gone? You must have been pretty young back then. You don't seem that old. Here's to a couple of confused grown-ups. Here's to Dad. To Mom and to Figaro. So yeah, here's the thing about this little cutscene we just saw. You remember how back on Setzer's airship, Celeste used the coin she borrowed from Edgar in order to win the bet against him. But the thing is, that coin actually had heads on both sides. So yeah, that basically means, I'm assuming Edgar used the same coin to settle the succession. He left the choice in Sabin's hand because he knew he wanted his freedom. So yeah. As I said, that's what being a big brother is about. So now, they said Sabin was the one with the sprint shoes. I don't need them anymore. We're gonna check back out at the shop, but I don't think there's any new tools for Edgar yet. It's gonna take quite some time before there are any. So yeah, all things we've already got. Let's move on. We're gonna swap a few things through the party, namely because I don't want Edgar in the party. Cow becomes stronger on the belt. We're gonna use more or less the same party, except that Cyan is gonna replace Edgar. Edgar and Locke and Gal are high enough as is. Those guys need some time to develop themselves. Oh yeah, Cyan's got his equipment, which I've already taken care of. We're gonna try to get him a few things that are gonna make him a little more helpful, which he doesn't really have, to be honest. So I guess he's gonna have to do with what we got. Something I've learned is that apparently Setzer's weapon, his cards among others, are actually long-range weapons, so I don't need him in the front row at all. He'll do the same damage, much like we saw with the boomerang earlier on Locke. So yeah. We're gonna equip members not in our priority, just in case. And we're gonna be going back toward Narsh. Narsh is somewhere that way, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. It's a tough spot landing right in the middle of the mountains. And we're back. We've been waiting for you. This way, please. They're much nicer this time around. So Bannon's in charge now. Oh, you're here. The people of Narch have finally decided to battle the Empire. How did it go at Vector? Nod, nod. I see. Your plan will combine Narch's money with Figaro's machinery to storm the Empire. Not enough manpower, though. We have to open the sealed gate. You actually mean the one that led to the Esper world? To the Esper world? Here I go spoiling the plot again. We'll never beat the Empire without him. When the gates has been opened, the Espers can attack from the east. We'll storm in at the same time from the north. No way around it. We must get the Espers to understand. We have to establish a bond of trust between humans and Esper. Only one person can do this. That's right. Terra's get the crap jobs again. Terra. Half human, half Esper. My existence is proof that such a bond can exist. Yeah, about you that. Your parents kinda got hitched quickly. I'll do it. I'm the only one who can. Get the Espers to understand, and we can bring this war to a screeching halt. Terra, I knew you can do this. The sealed gates stand at the eastern edge of the Empire, which we've conveniently not gone to. There's a base there, but somehow we'll have to slip through. Our battle lies before us. We must make ourselves ready. Okay, I already checked that clock. Never hurts to be sure. Yeah, we've already talked to that guy. So there's a special place I'd like us to go. At least if I'm not mistaken. There was something I forgot to look at Figaro, but that should be pretty self-explanatory. Whoa, I've been made! Hey. I am Lone Wolf, the pickpocket. I wanted that treasure. It's empty. He left with it. The bastard! No, pardon my language. I didn't mean to do that. Gah! So here's the thing about Lone Wolf. He was imprisoned back in Figaro, and it appears he has escaped and has tried to get through the locket chest. And now we're gonna pursue him in order to get our rightful treasure. Huh, who's that white guy up there? Persistent, aren't you? Well, white guy. It's a long story. We're going that way because we couldn't go before. That's actually the way toward the place where Tritosh is encased in ice. Fortunately here, not much to show off. Those enemies are still the same as usual. And here we are. We're rats. Let's do something special with Satan. Whoops, I think I messed up. Eh, was worth a shot. Let's do some slots with Caesar. Didn't get much. As we saw before, when Caesar misses a slot, he heals the party with this strange Asian bunny. The thing about that bunny is that back on Final Fantasy XIV, when a ninja missed his hand sign to cast spells, well, this bunny shows up on his head. At least temporarily. Yeah, I'm gonna keep messing up because I'm recording, right? Things happen. Strangely enough, we didn't see much of Lone Wolf, but he couldn't have gone any other way. Oh my! There he is. Halt, don't move or this one's dust. Yeah, I kinda wanna help the Muggle, but I don't know what to do. Kupo! Yeah, got a wild one here. Wah! Oh my! Girl, you'll never get this gold hairpin. Forget this, I'm saving the Muggle. Thank Kupo! Can you talk? Oh my! Human-loving, fast-talking, street-smart, slam-dancing Muggle! Hail to the king, Kupo! Mog! Who we actually saw before back at the start of the game. Back when Terra got rescued by Muggles and Locke. That old psycho, Ramu, came to me in a dream and told me to be expecting you. And now, I'm gonna join your party! Kupo! If this is how it's gonna be, then take this! So yep, you just committed suicide. Nah, not really. I'll wait in the airship. Kupo! So yeah, the thing about what this gold hairpin did was reduce the cost of magic by half, which doesn't do much for us. And you know, as I said before, I'm a gentleman. I don't leave poor defenseless creatures to die, especially not when that thief had its chance. But you know, all of this nice stuff about rehabilitation and all that stuff, I don't think Lone Wolf would have taken to any of that. Those things don't even give magic points. Or maybe I don't have any Espers equipped. Both likely stories. I'm pretty sure Sabin's got one at least. So yeah, that's taken care of. Let's get back to the airship. So actually the plan from the get-go was to go pick up Mog and replace Scion with him, because the thing with Scion is that he only learned one new sword tech, which is the Quadra Slam, which randomly attack enemies at least 4 times. But it also takes us quite a while to get the sword tech. We'll get Scion later, we'll have his shot. But for now we want Mog to replace Gao. Kupo! Change party members? Yes. So yep, we've got Terra, because it makes sense and I don't think we get a choice in the matter. Mug's gonna help us out, and Sedzer's gonna fill in. I think we said report, those not on our party are getting removed. Oh yeah, what could he use? We've got stamina +1, strength +1, strength +2, what else? I'd actually switch a strength 1 to give it to Mog. It's a tough choice. So +1 magical power too. We'll get Menuhin for the time being. So Mog can use dances, including the Dusk Requiem, which we've gotten back in the cave at Narsh. So yeah, he's gonna learn new dances, as we'll see later. Oh yeah, we've re-equipped Mog quite decently, I might add. And what are we gonna get him? The Dragon Boots will be pretty helpful on him, especially since he can use Spears. But at the moment, that's not exactly why I want to use him. We'll give him some earrings to try to boost his power, if it can be done at all. And that's gonna be it. Mog's gonna stay up front because he's mostly a physical attacker, as you can see with the trident there. Okay, I thought Sabin was backward, but it's just because Mog is way to the left. Okay. So with that, let us be on our way. Already 20 minutes in. Time sure does fly, does it? So yeah, this is the base we were told about. But we get a singular opportunity to get 2 new dens for Mog, which we're gonna do right now. Fossil Fang. So yeah, I've succeeded the blitz input for fire dens. And I've managed to do a slot with Scissor, which is nice. Oh my god! I actually hit pretty hard, I'm impressed. We've done alright, we've lost a lot of HP, and Mog mastered the new dance. That's the thing, Mog is what we call a geomancer in this game, that is dance. Use the terrain to produce various different abilities. So when we enter a new location with a different battle background, he'll learn a new dance, though some background are shared between the various ones. Mog's actually level 23. Oh my god! How the heck did he? Sorry, I'm just kinda surprised. We can learn some new one here with the chicken lip. So yeah, we definitely want the fire dance there. Mog's gonna do his thing, Sensor's gonna do his slots. Chocobos again. Chocobop. Or Bop, not entirely sure. Scissor can deal some interesting damage, but his abilities with the slots are never guaranteed. The thing about Mog is that he can also switch the terrains using his dance to get abilities he wants, but there's one chance out of 2 it's gonna mess up. Which we're gonna try this time around. Okay, Scissor managed to do something new. Yes, we're gonna do the Dusk Requiem. Why not? Messed up my blitz again. Cave in. As you said, the background switched to accommodate his dance. Not much damage there, but that's not why we picked it up. So some respectable damage. Nothing too strong. Actually, I'm starting to think Mog might be over-equipped a bit. I think I'll swap a few things. Not really Setzer, he doesn't need it. Terra does. For the Flame Saber, I actually want the Blizzard one. Or do I? Yes, I believe I do. So yeah, that should be a tiny bit more balance. So let's get going through that camp, but first, let's save. Already 10 hours in, which means I've grinded way too much. That's odd. No Imperial Soldiers. Let's get this over with. Actually, there's something I want to show you before I forget. Wonder what happened if we try to go back to Vector. As you'll recall, we've left in kind of a hurry last time. Yeah. Well, these things are gonna happen. Yeah. Mog's gonna do with the wind song because that's the one that fits with this particular background. And I've managed to do the aura shot with Sabin, which is nice if a little weak. Sunbat. But yeah, we've gotten healed. Mog is much like Gao in that regard. Whenever he's dancing, you don't get to control what he does. Wind Slash, which should do some interesting amount of damage. As we saw, pretty good. What I wanted to see. Oh my god, there's a big giant mech stopping our path. Whatever are we gonna do? So yeah, this is the boss, this is the Guardian. Won't let you pass. But here's the thing about the Guardian, it's so powerful that they say whenever you encounter it, you gotta run, because you're gonna die. And then PTC told us that back in Miranda, if I'm not mistaken. I could have left a character there, but there's no sense in fighting that thing. It's a roadblock. We'll encounter it sometimes later. I'm still not quite proficient with the airship ride yet. It's taking some time to remember this stuff. Now then, about this place in the Imperial base. Let's see what's in there. Lots of treasure chests, and yet it's locked. I wonder why. And Locke isn't even here. So yep, we're gonna move around the place because that's what we do. It's kind of weird that the Empire didn't bother to defend this, probably because they didn't expect anything to come out of there. So yeah, the Cave of the Sealed Gate. We received the Assassin, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a dagger. Yeah, absolutely. Randomly dispatch an enemy, which we don't want to do in here because most of the enemies are undead. Oh yeah, that's no good. We received the Tempest, which I believe is a sword for Cyan. Yep, a katana randomly cast Wind Slash can only be equipped by Cyan. This is a pretty powerful weapon and can make Gao even more unhinged. Because his physical attacks can actually trigger these kinds of weapons. Try to use the Dusk Requiem in here. I'm fairly sure it's the same one that's in here. Yeah, we're against Lich and Epirite. Kira did good. She had a weapon that could trigger the ice spell. Locke did alright too. Yeah. Here I go getting distracted again. Fire too. Ouch! It's gonna hurt. Oh my god, we're gonna die! I'm not messing around anymore. So yeah, that's Will-O-the-Wisp, which basically put us even more in trouble now. We're gonna die, are we? That was a close one. A few green cherry revivify, which could be helpful. There we Phoenix down. Oh yeah. I'm gonna need to be careful in here. So yeah, this is a puzzle, and that's gonna be a tough one if I'm not mistaken. Receive the next potion. Zombo. That's new. Bug is gonna dance because that's what he does. Snare. Yeah. You got one shot again. Thank you, Mog. You're awesome. Oh, we're dead. Oh my. Coin toss. It's a really special thing we're gonna learn about. Hey. Actually sure it was that way. I got lucky. Didn't take any damage from that, as far as I can tell. There are a lot of caves over there. Let's hope I didn't mess this up. No, I didn't. Not actually sure fire is gonna do much against him. Yeah, it won't. Yell fire too. You're kidding me. Yeah, probably not the best choice for Saban there. Maybe he'll slam the right one. Who knows? Yep. Take the flying one. Go ahead. Honestly, Saban, you've been mostly a disappointment so far. Setser's a little low. Not too much to worry about. Oh, there was a treasure chest this way. Me want. Shiny. Can't touch those. I guess it makes sense. That aura shot works pretty well, actually. It's not on Gal's level of broken, but it works. 3000 damage. Ow! That's messed up. Terra gained a level, Saban gained a level, got a Revivify. We're getting a lot of those, which means there must be critters with zombie, the zombie status. Whatever I said. This is starting to get annoying. Monk is doing pretty alright. Might use other dances for the heck of it. Every one of the enemies in here can be killed using a Phoenix Down or a few potions if needs. Well, most of them. Sets our gain a level. More ing. Let's try a wind sign. This cave is pretty depressing. I'm pretty sure I messed up that lids though. Well, things happened. No, I didn't. What do you know? It's already desert area, we didn't get to use it much. Really thinking might do fire damage, which isn't such a great idea. As we saw, Mog stumbled because it wasn't the background on which we were. Yeah. Sids are messed up again. What do you know? That's gonna save us a few potions. Might gain a level, which he doesn't really need, to be honest. There's some trick to this. I get no luck on those. Oh, that's not going to do us much. He said there's got a 7 flush. Zer doesn't got much going for him. He's got special weapons which are mostly based on randomness. His slot abilities mostly does a small heal when you fail, which compared to what Mog is doing here isn't all that much to look at. He's not a particularly strong physical attacker, he's not a particularly strong magical one either. You actually have to work at it if you want him to be good. But there are a few tricks that you can use to make him good. Just putting him in the back row here because of his long-range weapon are one way to go at it. There are a few switches over there which I'm assuming are what's gonna help us get through that chest that we saw just a bit ago. Life Shaver. It's basically gonna cut our HP by a certain number, but it doesn't seem to have done much. I'm assuming it's based on the damage the enemy has suffered until now. I forgot to mention that Terra got the Morph ability now, which allows her to get her turn faster and makes her stronger at magic. So yeah, Terra is predominantly a magical character in this game. She's pretty overpowered. The only one that comes even close are Celeste and another character we'll meet later. There are actually two of them, but one is fairly overpowered. Sabin gained a level. We got a Phoenix down for a trouble too. That's nice. Special switch. We got a tent and a save point, which is nice. Huh. I hadn't noticed Terra needed some other rocks. We're gonna take care of that. So yeah, the other switch is actually a boss monster. If you prefer, a ninja. But yeah, if we let him, that guy's gonna hit us pretty hard. Actually not sure, I'm thinking the Windsun might be my best choice here. Because this guy is gonna kill us. Scinder's not really helping, is he? Or maybe not. Here I gain a level, Scinder gain a level. Nuts. Thought I had the monopoly on the stuffed bird in the Palazzo beneath the Grand Stairway. Oh my! We fell down, but something happened. I'm actually feeling bad for not paying more attention to what that ninja said. Yeah. Mug messed up. Actually thinking I should switch Sabin's weapon. His fire claw isn't doing much for us. Ooh, snare. He's not long for this world. There's actually a chance that Mog will summon animals through his dances. Unfortunately, the chances of that happening are fairly low. And we don't have any other knuckle to equip Sabin with. Meh. Zumbone. Windsong actually seems like a better shot there. Meh. That's gonna happen. Start considering running away a bit. If I spend too much time grinding on these things, everything afterward is just gonna be a cakewalk. Can't kill him, immune to death effects. But not immune to a revolt. Sabin is doing alright. He's got a nice set of abilities, even though he can't use magic very well. Yeah, we got the Genji Glove. And what does a Genji Glove does? This is what we're about to find out. Genji Glove. Possible to equip each end with a weapon, which is going to be fairly interesting later on. But not right now, Setzer doesn't have much. I don't have a spare claw for Sabin. I could actually equip it to Terra if I wanted. Maybe in exchange for a Hyperist. She doesn't really need odd things. Flamesaber is actually a liability here. Let's have a look at the Genji Glove, see what it can do. Oh yeah, that was some respectable damage. Around the par what Mog can do. Yeah. I'm sure that's not gonna be good. Yep, 700 damage. It's pretty darn impressive. Yeah, that's what I get for messing around. Ouch, she killed us. Need some variety in life. Hence the pommel. Moko, moko. Okay, even should be sufficient to finish him off. This is not gonna do much, is it? We're not very far. We're probably gonna not be able to get there. At least not that fast. I guess fairly resilient. More zombies. I think it was actually the name of a dragon in Paper Mario later on. Must have been an homage of some sort. Yeah, that was back in... it wasn't Paper Mario, that was Super Mario RPG. Also done by Square Enix. So yeah, they reused the name. Snare's gonna do much against these guys. Or maybe I'll get lucky. That works too. So I think that plaza was earlier. I'm thinking I'm heading toward the exit. Spencer tends to use the same ability a lot, mostly 7 flush. Spencer gain a level. Elixir. I'll try to run, this is getting old. Yeah, we can get the chest by going around like so. Will actually get a means to get past random encounters at some point. I'm not gonna use it so much. So now that we're through here, let's see what that does. Yeah, that was a trap. It's a trap! Actually aren't that long, I could afford to do them. Nah. So yeah, as the ninja said, there was some loot down here. And boy do I love loot. A Magiset. So yeah, what does a Magiset does, aside from being an Esper? It summons a random Esper. So yeah, that could be pretty cool. An Ether. another Magiset, and an Atma weapon that is actually fairly strong. So yeah, what's the Atma weapon? Transforms that level up, grow stronger as HP increases, can be used by Terra, Locke, Edgar, and Celeste. So we're gonna give that to Terra. And we're gonna keep the Blizzard with us. So yeah, this should give us a bit more firepower. We'll actually just boost her HP to boost her damage. We'll kneel that hard. Again, the longer this goes on, the stronger this weapon will get. This is gonna hurt. Still good. We are not the most optimal party, but then again, this is a fairly difficult section. Terra gain a level. Especially if you swap all of your characters around. Oh yeah, to reflect that switch. Might actually need to do that. Yeah, I don't want to fight those. It's actually getting lengthy. Kinda like to get a spot to wrap this up. Yeah, puzzle time. Magiset. Lots of those around here. Chest containing dead Espers, for some reason. Got our chest. Let's flick that switch. And whatever happened, I wonder. That's what I'd like to know. I could actually have used Setzer on this. Oh yeah. Mog might be no Gal, but it's pretty helpful. Mog gain level, learn Bulk 2, Ice 2, and Fire 2. Got a Feelings down, Far Trouble. Back attack, that's no good. me feels I should return to that door that we opened earlier. See if it does anything special. Must have missed something important, I just don't know what it is. I'll look it up for the next episode. Maybe I'll do it off screen. Leave us alone. So yeah, I'm thinking that's the place. And I think we're gonna stop right here. Thank you for joining me, everyone. And have a pleasant time. This was the Great Pumpkin. Bye bye.